Alright guys, welcome back to another video. First of all, I recorded a 2-hour long video yesterday, and that was I thought it was pretty decent, but then it didn't save, and I did a lot of crap in that video. It was like, since it was 2 hours long, I just did a ton of stuff. So first of all, we had a planter in here. We no longer have that planter because I tried planting some of this field earlier, or last video, which didn't save, and it would miss a ton of spots, so that kind of sucks. So I just got rid of it. I didn't want to deal with it. And then I also didn't use the 4020 because the 4020 couldn't pull the planter, and so I used the 4440. But the planter still missed spots, so then I got rid of the planter. I bought a new planter, and then the 4440 didn't want to pull that planter. So I had to buy this planter because it was probably the best one I could find. And this one's a lot bigger, and it doesn't miss any spots, so it's nicer. And then I had to buy this white tractor. So this one, it can pull it perfectly fine. It could actually pull the biggest version of this planter, which I can get in a couple of years if I want to expand any. And yeah, so anyways, I also, while I was gone, I found another thing to buy because I got that tractor, and so I decided just to take a look at plows. And then I found this disc plow. So this disc plow is a John Deere 670, and it is, I think, 4-point-something meters wide, according to the FS22. But this one is pretty decently sized. It was only $18,000, which might seem like it's not very cheap, but for one of these, it was the best price. And the white tractor can pull it. The 4440 I had to sell because I needed to get a bigger tractor, and if I sold the 4020, the 4020 wouldn't have sold for enough to buy that white tractor. So I have $17,000 because I took out a little bit of a loan for that planter, but now I'm just worried about paying that loan back this year. Like I said a couple videos ago, I wanted to buy a new shed, but now since we bought all of this stuff, now I might not be able to buy another shed. So I'm going to have to wait till next year to buy another shed because I need to get one bigger so it can hold that combine, and I can put some of the hay stuff in there. So in this video, all I'm going to be doing is planting the rest of these 2 fields, and that is it because I don't want to deal with any other things. We did get a few more seed pallets. This field, which is probably the second biggest one, I would say. Actually, no, this one's actually the biggest field. So this one took me around 45 minutes to plant. I planted it with soybeans, and it is already fertilized, which is pretty nice. Somehow, I didn't do anything with it. So this one is 17 acres. So this one's the biggest one, and it's got soybeans, so that took me 45 minutes. So then I'm going to be planting this one with corn, and the other one with corn, because these 2 were wheat. And this one was corn. So we only got 1 bean field this year, but next year we'll have 2 smaller bean fields and then 1 corn field. I also do want to get at least some more land eventually. I don't know when that could be, but hopefully it will be not too long. The grass is ready to be cut again, but I don't know if I really want to cut it right now because it's going to take me probably an hour and a half to plant those 2 fields. And I just don't want to deal with hay right now because I did that last video. And that kind of took a while, especially getting all the bales sold because my truck decided it didn't want to pull this hay wagon. So yeah, but anyways, we got a new tractor. So the 4020 will just be spraying and baling stuff. And then the white tractor will be cultivating, plowing, and planting. And I think I'll keep the 4020 on the gravity wagons. I might not. Actually, yeah, I'll just use the white tractor because the 4020 only goes like 19 miles an hour. The white tractor goes like 20-something. So I'll use the white tractor on the gravity wagons and stuff. But anyways, we got to get these 2 fields planted, so I'm going to go do that, and I'll get back to you guys once I'm done. Alright, we are all done with planting, and you guys may notice that my truck is no longer here, and that is because I have to go to the store and pick up my brand new Chevy. It is a dually, and well, I'll just head over there and show you guys. Alright, here it is. So, we got a Chevy 3500 dually. It is black, and we got tow mirrors, we got a toolbox. It is four-wheel drive, and this thing is a lot nicer than my other truck. It has a lot more horsepower, and it is higher off the ground, so it should pull that hay wagon no problem. So that is very nice. And let's start it up so you guys can hear how it sounds. But yeah, so this thing is very nice. It should be a lot better than what we used to have, and it is just, it's basically brand new. Alright, so I was driving back from the shop to bring my new truck back to the farm, and I don't know why, but this farm looks familiar for some reason. This house looks familiar. I feel like there wasn't any trees here. I thought there was a shed there or something, but I don't know. It just looks really familiar. That's a little strange. Alright, we are back at the farm. So that is it for this video. Planting took quite a while. I think it took almost a full day. So yeah, but next video we will be harvesting, so we'll start off with beans and then we will do corn. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.